Hello dear colleagues, my name is Alex. I'm representing Green Gold Ukraine company. We just arrived from Green Ukraine conference held in Kyiv, Ukraine, and it was very interesting for us. We wanted to share with you what we found useful for ourselves during this conference. But before that, I wanted to say thank you to organizers of this conference, Mr. Andrei Stavnitzer. I wanted to thank all the participants and special thanks to speakers and guests. Mr. Jonathan Grange, Sunstone Brokers, and Mr. Manuel Alcaraz, Chief General Manager of Cereales y Harinas Garsan. The main topic of this conference was how to get margin in your business in this nowadays reality. What we found useful for us? First, point number one is that simple trade is no longer effective. You cannot just buy here and sell there. This is not working anymore. You need to create value added. Logistics and money are crucial in this matter. In nowadays, point number one, in nowadays conditions, you need to be system company. You need to consistently do whatever is needed, no matter what. Of course, adapting to new reality and new circumstances. Point number three, the agri-industry in Ukraine is moving towards deep processing with high value added. What it means, we need to understand what are the demand for the products with high value added abroad and organize the production here in Ukraine. Because as I said before, the simple trade just buying here and selling abroad the raw materials is no longer effective. Point number four, from competition to cooperation. You need to cooperate, you need to be highly cooperative in your business. Because the competition outside of Ukraine on the world markets is very high. And that's why in order to be competitive in the world market, you need to cooperate inside Ukraine. And actually you have all the tools to do this. If you take money, a lot of state-owned banks and investment companies are ready to invest, but you need to have a good idea. And as many people and many top management of the banks and investment companies said, there is no lack of financing, there is lack of good ideas and good projects. Point number five, the situation in the world is also changing very fast and we need to adapt to new reality and new circumstances. In this regard, we need to be very much aware of what is going on the world markets. We need to know our competitors and we need to know the balance, because you need to be aware and you need to know what is the demand and what is the offer. And knowing this, you will be able to understand what to sell abroad to the end buyer in Europe or some other world market. Basis all of above, I would say that we need to be very consistent in our work. We need to analyze everything and we need to have access to all the information possible. Also, I would say that big companies, they are already fundamental companies. What I mean by saying this? They have everything. They have their own land, they have their own plants and processing capabilities, they have their own elevators and storage, and they already have their terminals. That makes them fundamental companies. But in spite of this, the small and medium companies, they can also be competitive. And the state, in the face of Ministry of Economics and state-owned banks and investment companies, are interested in developing small to medium companies. And they have different programs for this. If you want to know what kind of programs these are and details about that, please write in comments and we will provide you with all the information regarding this. The world is changing every day, but I wish you to work hard, reach your goals, and subscribe to our channel. Stay with us, grow with us. See you next time. Bye.